Hello guys, it's SpaceEngineersModSDK here, and today I'm going to show you how to create your very own custom character, but not any old custom character. This is going to be an updated DX11 tutorial. Enjoy! Okay guys, so first we're going to begin with the software installation. So here, all the links are in the description. Just go to the Autodesk link, sorry not Autodesk, Adobe link, and they provide Adobe Photoshop CS2 for free if you don't already have it. This is their own software, it's just a bit out of date, so that's why they're releasing it for free. And go to this website for their serial code for Windows or Mac that they released. So this is all from them. Next, go to the NVIDIA website and download the 32-bit version of their texture toolkit, because Photoshop's 32-bit as well. And we don't actually use this, but it's useful if you're making your own textures. DXTBMP is a tool used for extracting textures from DDS files. Here I'm actually installing, so here's Adobe Photoshop CS2. Just fast forward through most of it. Here just you have to add in your credentials, copy in the serial key, and paste it in there. There we go. Just set alright to all this. This is default file types. And let's fast forward through the installation. And we're done. That's with Photoshop. Now onto the NVIDIA tools for Photoshop. This allows you to save as DDS format, which Space Engineers needs in order for it to run, so you absolutely do need this. I usually work with Adobe Photoshop Elements 6. No, I know it's a slightly outdated version, but still, I would use it, but you can't. This plugin doesn't work, and also you can't get channels, whereas you can on this. If you don't know what I mean, you'll see in a minute. I'm just finished with that. Now for the very simple installation of DXTBMP. It is done in a matter of seconds. Okay, so now on to the actual process of modding. Wow, creating textures to be more specific. If you see here, I've gone into Steam. It's by George Mamakos. He has, this is for medieval engineers, but it's just the same. It's about the DX11 system. This link doesn't work, by the way, just kind of ignore it. This is the important bit here. You'll see, like if you knew a bit about texturing before, you'll know that it was the old _me or _de and _ns. That was for, the ME was your sort of normal texture like this, with some stuff in the alpha channel, and the NS was normal specular maps like this, and yeah, it's all changed. So CM, I'll explain more to this later for you guys who are like, what is he talking about? But here, CM, it's a color and metalness. Now, color is so your normal texture. Metalness, you just leave, I can't remember, it's either full on or black or full off. I'll remember when I show you guys. Normal and gloss, you've just got your normal sort of normal map, which I'll show you how to get, and your gloss map. I didn't make my own because I don't know much about these, so I just used the standard one for the skin. And add, this is the most complicated one. In the different channels, for those of you who don't know, channels like the red channel, green channel, blue channel, and you get alpha, which is sort of like an extra sort of channel, which you can't usually see. Well, you can, but you know what I mean, or maybe you don't. So in the red channel is AO, which is ambient occlusion. I haven't learnt how to use it properly yet, so I'll just be leaving that. Green is emissive, which is what you want to glow, so like armbands or reflective strips. The blue channel is not specified, and in your alpha you have a custom color mask. That, yeah, so white is like what you want to be able to change color. That used to be the old _ME, which you still have to use, but you have to have this. It's weird. Okay, so let's jump into it. What are we on? This one. Okay. Nope, it was the other one. Okay, so I will be giving you this when I've finished making it all clear and easy to use. It's called, probably name it Your Skin. This I either give you a download on Steam to subscribe to, what you can call a workshop item, like this one. This is Sage's. I'm sure you're on a Sage. If you don't, check him out on YouTube. He does a lot with Aaron, from Last Time Gamers, that is. This is a very popular one for custom characters, but it's all very outdated. I used this originally to try to get to grips with it, but it's just so outdated. I had to end up replacing every single file he used, so I decided just to make my own stuff. Okay, so however you get this, whether you get it through Steam, if you download it through Steam, you'll see this number at the top here, the ID. You see that, you copy it, and then here in your mods directory. Okay guys, so to get your Space Engineers directory, the modding directory, you go to your local disk, users, your user, app data, roaming, scroll down to Space Engineers, and then you're here. You can go into the mods directory. If you can't find the app data, remember to show hidden items. You find that number here, just use find or whatever. So you find that number, and then you save it as a .zip. I'll just take this top one, no idea what it is. Not .sbm, .zip. If you don't have the dot, just go to normal, view, and then file name extensions. So here, .zip. I am using WinRAR, but you can just open it normally. Oh, screw you, WinRAR. If you go open with WinRAR, because it's doing that for me, because I've got WinRAR, or you can just open it normally because this is zip. Now, if you see here, then if you extract this and just save it as a folder, just call it Your Skin. This is tons of other stuff. This is someone else's mod. Don't need that. Okay, so once you've got this one way or another, either through Steam or download through the link description of the video, go into it. Well, no, copy it. I'm going to rename mine Tutorial Skin, because that's what I'm going to be doing with you guys. A tutorial. Okay, so go into it. Now you see data, models, textures, tutorial files, and thumb. That's just the thumbnail which you see pop up in Steam. This is just for the first ever skin I made, trying to figure out what to do, how it all works. So that's just my first attempt. I'm one of my friends, a new member of the ESE, is called Connor. He's in-game name CA Dog. So I'm sort of basing up this tutorial off his skin. You see, no, you won't see. So if you go into tutorial files, you see needed programs. I already showed you how to download all these earlier in the video. Ignore this for just now. If you go into yourskin.psd, it has to be your skin. we'll get to the underscore add later. So if you go into this, open up Photoshop CS2, how I showed you to download it. Okay, this always pops up no matter if you register or not, so just say don't register and just say to that which pops up, otherwise it just pops up anyway. Make this full screen. Okay, so now you can see got some text here, which is the two logos. Layer 3, I just did that for skin editing, and then overlay is this awesome overlay. Now I'm going to show you a bit more how to do the making this skin, unlike some people who just want to get on with it, go on with the tutorial. You'll see probably somewhere on the screen time to skip to for when I've finished actually making this texture. Okay, so now let's make the texture. You see this overlay, that's just the sort of texture which will be displayed on here. See if I can find you an example whilst I'm talking. Wow, this is going good. So how do I explain this? This basically gets printed over your suit. So yeah, as you saw in my one earlier, I'll get it back up, mods, thumbnail. You can see I printed a circuit board pattern over, just like that zigzag one was, and it just completely wrapped around everything. Now, the way I got it off my helmet, for example, I deleted it, so I get overlay, just go to my eraser, and I just brush size up, and I literally just remove it like that. That's all you need to do. So I'm gonna get one to do with you guys. Now this is best in black and white. It doesn't have to be in black and white. I just find it a lot easier, and that's what I've been doing for now. Here, let's do this one. Might be a bit pixelated, but we'll see. Okay, so oh no, screw it. We'll do it anyway. See what it turns out like. It'll be pretty rubbish, but okay. My downloads. Save it there. Drag and drop it into Photoshop. It'll open in a new window. To get to other windows, go to Window, and you can switch between them. Now, you don't want to just drag this over. Thanks, Photoshop. First of all, duplicate the layer, and then get rid of the one with the padlock on, so you have one without a padlock. Now, we want only the black texture. We don't want any of the white, because that'll cause havoc later. So we just want the black. So we go up here, select, color range. Now, use your little color picker and sampled colors to pick out the color you want. Just preview it on grayscale, and you can see it's in white will be selected. Just say OK. So that's it, selected. Select your selection tool here, right click, and a layer via copy. So if you hide that, you'll see you get this. I know it's a bit bad because it's got Shutterstock in it, but take this and no, that won't work. If we do Control A to highlight it all, Control C to copy back to your skin, and let's make a new layer. It's down here, new layer, and paste it. Now I picked a really bad texture to show you guys, but let's try go with it. Get rid of all this stuff for now. We don't need any of that. I'm going to show you from scratch. I mean, I'm not the best at Photoshop. It's just little things like when it doesn't want to let you make it bigger. There we go. Show transform controls. That didn't happen to me on my laptop, so bear with me, guys. So you just drag it to be the same size and say OK. As I said, this will be very bad because it's pixelated, very bad texture to pick, but let's roll with it. Now, get rid of the old one. That was just to show you what to do. Now if we go back to our eraser tool, we can rub out parts we don't want to be shown. So for example, his boots, I don't really want this to be shown on his boots, and I'm gonna not show it on the jetpack gear. It takes a wee while for you to get familiar with all this, but believe me, even just like spending a few hours at it, following this tutorial for example, you get to grips with Photoshop if you haven't already, and you get to grips with all this part of the texturing and the skinning. So over here we see his arms. If we get rid of that, you see his arms. Now I'm going to put some text on. I could put a logo on, but I'm going to show you text. It's a bit simpler with photo, so show you with text. Let's just go tutorial guy. I'm going to make that video point. I'll just stick with terminal, and I can get rid of that and the old logos. So now tutorial, I'm just going to name it right, just to keep tabs of things. Always name them, duplicate layer, call it left, back to your selected tool, just drag it over. It should be able to snap in line, and there you have it. Now I'm going to make these a nice sort of red. There we go. It's not ESA red, but it's nearly there. No, it's not. Okay, and then let's pick that red, say OK to that, go back into this, colour, pick that red. Okay, so if I'm going a bit quick guys, you should hopefully be able to pick this up, going as quickly as possible with whilst making it easy for people to understand, I hope. So now this was just to colour parts of the Space Engineers guy to make him like blue gloves, like slightly blue gloves and things like that. I'm not going to do that today. It's just, well, I have no need for it. Yeah, I forgot. In here, make sure as you layer this, you'll see things jumping behind and in front. So make sure you have your logos on top and everything. Forgot to show you your screen up here, screen on his wrist. Remember to take the texture off that, or not if you want it on. It's just what I'm doing. Remember, you guys can do something completely different. This is just texturing. Okay, so let's save that. Save. Okay, so I'm gonna roll with this, I think. So now, as I said earlier, you have lots of formats, such as the CM, NG, and add. Now you also have the old-fashioned _ME and _NS. Now I'm going to be using a standard NS, which is normal specular. I'm going to be using just the normal one of that because I don't need to change it. But I'm afraid I don't know how to change it anyway, so I can't help you there if you do need to change it, and I don't know when you'll need to change it, so sorry about that guys. I'm sure more DX11 tutorials will come out in the future as well. If you see here, you see the channels tab. If you go into that, you see you've got RGB, which is your normal colours. You just go red, green and blue channels. So that's RGB. Don't bother with viewing this and stuff, that just gets complex. So if you just stick RGB, that's your normal for editing. Now you'll see metalness is from here, CM is colour and metalness, and then back to the CM. So I've just made this simple for you guys. So CM needs to be like this if you're not using any metalness. Alpha, this is the normal alpha map. This basically, it's a bit hard to explain, but it's like your colour map, your new colour map. This is normal, and this is one I've edited it. So the white bits bits which you want to change colour. The black is what you don't want to change. So as you can see, I've edited out the bits which I want to stay, which in our case is our pattern and our text. So if you do hold Control and Shift and click, if you hold Control, click on the picture, it highlights it. That's why we needed to select this earlier, not just using overlays and stuff. So you hold Control, click that, I would hold Control and Shift to add the right text and the left text. You might not be able to see it, but it's highlighted them. Go to your select tool, right click. No, you don't right click. So it's vaguely selected them now. Go back to your channels tab. Now we leave metalness alone, it just needs to be like that. If you see base alpha, now I'm going to copy this, duplicate, I'm going to call this alpha, this is the ME channel. So this was the old one, just to show you guys. So as you can see, we just cut out the bits we don't want, we change them to grey, the background grey. So here, if we go color picker tool, pick the background grey, and now we go to the box tool, we just draw over the whole thing, and it only affects the selected areas, which in our case is our pattern. Now if you deselect that, you'll see that it's taken away all the bits which we would like it to take away. Now you may notice in the old one I had crap, I did that the wrong way, but oh well. So this is base alpha. Sorry guys, get used to me mucking up, I do it a lot. So alpha. So as you can see in the old alpha, you needed the text to be white because that glows. So here we want the same, but we just made it grey. Go back to the text, Control Shift, click and click. Okay, so you selected it, go back to your alpha. We want it to be white, don't we? So select white. Okay, and now we just do the same with the box tool, drag over it all, and if we deselect, we'll see that it's made it white. Now for the color map, see here, we need to do the same, but we don't need to make the text white, we just need to make everything we select black. So I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to copy this, duplicate, call this color map. I've labelled things, as I said, to help, hopefully. So if we show here, color map, go back to layers, layer 4, which is your overlay, this, Control click it, Control Shift, just select the other two layers, go back to channels, and remember color map, we were just about to edit, switch over to black, or just select black, get your box tool, and drag over it all, and you'll see it is handily cut out all that we would like it to cut out. Okay, so now we need to export it. Yeah, I find this a lot. It kept changing the colour of my text. It's really annoying actually. You just gotta keep on top of it. Before you export it, remember, always get back to your original colours, check your text. So okay to that. Okay, so now to export it, we're going to do _ME first. So if you notice, that's your alpha. I labelled it for you. No, it's not, it's this one. This was the old one. So your alpha. So if you move that to the top underneath RGB, that'll be the one which exports. usually with Photoshop CS2, it has to be the only one, including RGB. So we need to temporarily delete these, so save now, save, get rid of the metalness, delete color map, delete base color map, and delete base alpha. Okay, so we've just got our custom alpha. If we go back to here, I can usually click on background just to be sure. Now, save as. Now, if we go up, we're in tutorial skin, okay? So this is our skin folder that we made in the Space Engineers mod folder. I forgot to show you where to find that. I'll edit that in, so you probably did see. So you go to textures, because it's a texture, models, characters, and here, if you installed the plugin correctly, remember this is a 32-bit program, so remember to install the 32-bit version of NVIDIA's texture tools. So D3D/DDS, we select that. Now our guy that we're making, we called it your skin. No, we didn't. We called it tutorial skin. Okay, so the tutorial skin, and you can see these are all ones you need for the head and for the hood, I guess you call it. That's for later on. I'll show you what they mean. And we're doing the ME, so _ME. Hit save. It comes up with this. Now, this is a clean install of everything. So you can see here, this is what it'll be by default. Not that, we don't want that. We do DXT5, then it says ARGB 8 BPP interpolated alpha. We go to that. Now make sure it says generate minimap, MIP maps, which is the mini maps, I guess you call them. I don't know what they do, but they help. And just leave 2D texture and everything. Hit save. It'll take a while. It might even pretend to crash. Yeah, pretends to crash. Just give it a minute, and it'll all be done. See, it's done. Now just check it's actually done. Wait, tutorial skin. Yeah. Textures, models, characters. See here, tutorial skin _ME. That's the one. It's worked. Okay, so now we need to get rid of all these delete channels. So just Control Z to go back to rearrange. See, we want to get all our channels back. No further back. Wait. Nope. Yeah, so we were here. So we had our metalness, our alpha, and color map. So now we want to do the metalness next. That's _CM. Okay, and remember we need to delete all the ones we're not using. So goodbye alpha, goodbye color map, goodbye base color map, and goodbye base alpha map. Alpha. So we've got just the metalness. Now just go back to here, check your text hasn't changed color, save as. D3DDS. We're in the right folder already. Remember to call it tutorial skin, because that's the name of your skin. If you're doing a skin for Jim, call it Jim skin. If you're doing one for me, Skyspear, that's Skyspear skin, etc. Now we're doing the CM, so do _CM. Hit save. It should have saved this already, so remember the settings we had before. Hit save. Just let it do its thing. And there we go. So we've got channels. We did this one. Now if we undo all our deleting, we're just left with color map. These were just the ones for us to edit. Don't need to worry about them. We've just got color map, which it should say _add. Okay, for this one, if you go back into your folder, go back to tutorial files where you've got this, and open your skin _add. This is the _add file now. Photoshop, that is. Okay, so you can see it's a bit weird. So how this works, remember the _add, so you can see clearly now. We've got a red, green and blue channels. So the red channel is completely white. I think that's because it's completely empty. What's this? Red. AO, yeah, ambient occlusion. I'm not using that, and I don't think anyone else is at the moment, so I leave that completely white. For the blue channel, that's not needed, so we just leave it fully black. Your green is where we do the work. I'll show you later, but as you can see here, what I've done already, your background here, I made it red because I want to be all on red. I want red to be white. Sorry, if I said that already, I hope I said that. Red needs to be white, but your blue needs to be black. So you can see here, when you're making this, you want the red, you want your red to be at the max, all the way up, and your blue to be at nothing. And you're not using green in this, so don't use green. So you can see the max is 255, so set it to that. I already have done for you for background. It's a bit glitchy sometimes, just you have to roll with it. So for your green channel, so we've sorted the red channel out and the blue channel out, just with making a red background. Now your green channel is what you want to deal with. So as you can see, your green channel, this is where all this is appearing. Now you see here, familiar, color map. Now this is what we created in the other one, remember? So we go back to this. Actually, if we bring them down, not minimize, the name completely escapes me. So here, see here, your color map that you made. If you go, I go back to here, I'm going to delete the old one because we know what they look like. Go back to your skin and just go away. Drag and drop your color map over and it'll appear. Now we can just deal with the _add texture now. You'll see your custom color map. So this is what you need in the alpha channel. This is your what do they call it? This is your custom color map. Yes. So this is what we see down here. The white bits are what you can change color of. So that's all the white bits. The black bits are a pattern. We don't want to change them, so we got rid of them earlier. Bless me, sorry. Got rid of them earlier. White is what we'll change. Now for our green channel, we want the white bits to be what glows or what reflects. Yeah, it glows mainly. So we go back to our other texture. Okay, so I'm just doing this all on the fly. We want the white bits. So we want, if I'm right, if we go to our alpha map, we want all these, they're meant to be white bits. More like a light grey on my monitor. So if we go select, and then no, it's not happy about that. Okay, your alpha, sometimes it does this. Select base alpha. No, we can select the alpha that we made. Okay, if we do Control A, select it all, Control C, and then if we hop back into our other window, just go to where it would usually be green channel. Gonna make a new one and call this new green, because this is the one we're using, and paste it, and you'll see it's pasted. Now we only want the bits which are in white, so go select, color range, now we can do it, and color pick your white bit. Now we also need these light grey bits, so color pick that as well. So I color pick add here to add it to your selection, and just pick a few of them to check it's all, you've got all the bits you want. We select it, we preview it, so you can see it's just got the bits we want. Just say OK to that, and it selected them. Now select a tool, layer via copy, and you can see here we've got, it's in white, but we're getting there, it needs to be the other colour, yellowy, greeny, but we've got it so far, so we don't need that anymore. So now we've got green channel. Now renaming it won't do anything, this is just for organising it. As you can see in the old one, this was all yellow, so you can get rid of that. Now to make this yellow, you double click to the side of it, so green, well, you want it to just show on the green channel because that's what we're using. Okay, so just select, untick R and B under the channels, and just keep G selected, say OK to that. Now if you hop over to channels, you'll see red and blue as we left them, but now green has all this in white, which is good, we want that. Now you see up here I had names, I'm going to get rid of that. The only reason I did that was earlier was to keep the names separate so that you can change the opacity. So I'm just going to do that again. So select them and just copy it, cut it into a new layer. So this is your names. So now you can see we can show and hide our names. Now it does take up the reflective strip, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. It's just so that you can adjust the opacity so that your names aren't shining so bright. I mean, you can obviously do differently if you want to, I ain't telling you what to do. Okay, so we've only got the one in here, the one alpha channel, so we don't need to worry about deleting any ones we aren't going to export. Now remember, this told you it's underscore add texture, so only have what we want, we didn't need that. So we have it just like we want to export it. Go to File, Save As, and D3DDS, sorry, my bad. If we rename it Tutorial Skin, just like we wanted to. Remember, we're doing these all. Our skin is called Tutorial Skin, so you'd change it if you want it to be something else. So leave it as underscore add. This should have saved. Hit save. Let Photoshop crash again. It doesn't actually crash, don't worry. And it saved it. Sometimes it's quicker than other times. So let's go back. Let's check it's still there. Textures, models, characters. So see, we've got underscore add, underscore cm, and underscore me. Okay, now as you can probably see from these other ones, so we've got add, cm, de is just because they don't want to change colours. We've got me because we do want to change colours. If you don't, well, the custom colour map bit won't really apply for you. I'm just going to go with changing colours because I think it'll probably be more applicable to most users, but if you tinker around, you'll be able to find a way to not use the custom colour map and to just have it change nothing really. So you know the in-game slider where you can change your character colour, that won't work if you go by the underscore de basis. So obviously you don't want to change the colour of his hair or moustache or anything, and beard and face. And so he's de. We're using me for the reasons I said earlier. So you see we've got three. We're missing ng and ns. We need them for it to work. I need to remember to put these textures in actually, because they're just the normal textures. So if we go back out to, they'll be in your tutorial skin, but because I was a dumbass and forgot to put them back in. You see, this is my one. What did we need? We needed NG and NS. I'll select them, and I will go back and put them into our tutorial skin, textures, models, characters, and put these back in. Okay, so they should be in there for you already, but they will have a different name. They'll probably be called your skin. Rename them tutorial. I can't speak. Tutorial skin. And now tutorial skin. Okay. I'm just going to take a break, and I think I'm going to pitch the next bit to you, and I'll be back shortly. Okay guys, so now we've got our textures, we need to actually make the models. Now, I'm just going to be using, as I said, I'm making a skin. I'm not going to be changing the models. I'm going to be changing these, but I'm not going to be changing the actual models of the character. That's going to stay the same in this tutorial anyway. So we go back into tutorial files. Jesus, I really can't speak. Model compile files. So now you'll see your skin underscore model FBX, XML, and we've got the no helmet versions. We can't alter the FBX, that's your actual model. So that'll come from probably Autodesk Maya or 3DX or anything else really. You can create FBXs, but Maya is probably the mainstream. That's what most people use. We're just going to edit the XML, but first always remember to change everything to tutorial skin. Obviously, well, if yours is different, I've gone over that enough times now. Tutorial skin. So guys, I'm just getting used to my new keyboard I've got here with my new desktop now. I'm not used to these keyboards. I'm used to laptop keyboards. It's a very good keyboard actually. I've got a Dell on my laptop. It's a remarkable keyboard. You can type on it all day. This one is a Thermaltake TT Mecha G. It's a nice keyboard, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit it's different. Some people love them, some people don't really like them. I'm sort of in between. Now you see here, I probably have edited all these to say your skin. I haven't got around to doing that. Instead, I'm basing this off my friend Connor's skin, who I've just made for him. Hope he's happy. So if you open this up, this is underscore model, not the no helmet, just model. Okay, a few things we need to change here. At the top, we need to change underscore dog skin to tutorial skin. Then we need to change all of these, because remember we made these textures, so you need to name them what you called them. I'm going to use find and replace tool here. This is Notepad++, by the way. You can use normal Notepad, I just prefer the layout of Notepad++. So find what? We want to find CADog, replace that with tutorial. Replace all. Now if we find any CADogs, just like it works, nothing is called CADog. Now remember, go over it and check. I had some major problems because it didn't actually change some things, so it's probably an error on my behalf, but still you need to check anyway. So tutorial skin, and that's all we need. Save, close that off. Now let's go into the no helmet XML, edit, with Notepad. You can do the same thing, Control H, find CADog, replace it with tutorial. So replace all, and close that. Check it's worked. So tutorial skin, no helmet. See, that's what we're calling it. Tutorial skin, yeah. Now this is for your head. So we have, remember the textures which I already included in the pack, the head and hood. That's these. The hood I haven't been able to get to properly work. If anyone has been able to get the hood to work other than a sort of nice shade of black, mine is, but if anyone's been able to get hood to work, please post in the comments, maybe even post a video. Click the screen if you have annotations on, to see. Well, if you just pause the video, then obviously no one has got to me. If not, I'll link in the description as well, to where you can do that. So please guys, submit. Okay, so after you've changed everything in there and checked it, remember tutorial skin, that's what we're calling this. Now copy all of them, Control C. Now if you go back up, now I have just made shortcuts, so that's my Space Engineers directory, which is your user, updater, roaming, Space Engineers. And now your you need to have the Space Engineers mod SDK for this to work properly. My standard Space Engineers, what we're going to be using is a tool called MwmBuilder. My standard one didn't work properly, so I had to use the one from the mod SDK, and I'm not sure why. Okay, so after you've installed your mod SDK, just check. Your installation might be different from mine, it might not. So if you go into MwmBuilder, now just paste your models, FBX and XML in here, and you know how much. You can't just double click on MwmBuilder.exe. Most people have not been able to get this to work, and people who have don't know that other people have had problems. Okay, so to be able to use it, I find that it's a command line program, by the way, so I find the easiest way to use it is to use a .bat file. I actually got this off the internet. I'm just gonna grab it over from my laptop. Okay, so we need to go to this directory, mod SDK Tools MwmBuilder. Now it's a bat file, and as I said, I'm just gonna drag it over. So copy it. That's just a program called Mouse Without Borders. I was just dragging it over from my laptop, and I'm gonna paste it into here. Now if I right click and hit edit, you'll see exactly what this is. So echo off stops it from saying stuff, it checks it's in programming language, so to speak. Okay, setlocal, I can't really explain all of this, but what it does, it sets a path, it sets the path to your MwmBuilder. Now this is wrong, so I'm going to change that. It'll probably be wrong for you too. So just copy here, make sure it ends in MwmBuilder, Tools MwmBuilder, paste and save it. This, to be quite right, I'm not sure what it does, but this basically automates the command line prompt. That's all you need to change. This is just a way of it saving. So save, close it. Now I trust you're on Windows, by the way, guys. I'm not sure how this works for Linux. You just have to use command prompt or .sh or whatever you guys use. But if you double click on it in Windows, you'll see it should eventually come up with some green text, yellow text, my bad. Now it says here, reference material gear not found in any material libraries. I don't think that's a problem. I haven't had any problems with it. So you just hit ignore. That's it, finish one model. Now it's on to the next one. So ignore, and ignore. and it's done. So if you have a look in models, you'll see you've got the two models you want. So select them both, copy them, go back to your Space Engineers directory, mods, back to your skin, tutorial skin minus. You go into models this time and characters. If you get rid of these two, they're the old ones, placeholders I guess, and just call them tutorial skin, or leave their names, just as long as it's tutorial skin. But these names have to be the same. Not each other the same, but they have to be _no_helmet or _model. You'll see why in a second. Okay, so we're going to the data folder now, the only one we haven't used. Remember, this isn't your skin. What is your skin? God damn it. Delete your. Mine's tutorial. Now right click and edit. I'm gonna Notepad++. Okay, so here, your name. Unlike other times, you don't actually need to have no spaces, call it exactly what you call the model or anything. You can just, this is what appears in the medical bay. So I'm just going to do tutorial type, tutorial space skin. So you need to remember that though. I'm just going to copy it. Now, you need to change this, not CA dog, you're not him, well you might be but you shouldn't be, and place that with tutorial. Now, the best way, do Control H, and we want to find everything which, well, when I've changed this, it'll probably be your skin, but at the moment I haven't changed it, so it'll be CA dog skin. As you can see here, was an example, it used to be CA dog skin _model. We replace it with tutorial skin. Replace all. So one was replaced. So now, find next, it can't find anything good. Okay, so save that. We aren't finished with it yet. So you've got the model here. This is your tutorial skin character. Scroll down, I keep forgetting where it is. If you scroll down, eventually you'll find here, so on line 68, your helmet variation. This needs to be tutorial. I'm going to call it not tutorial skin, I'm going to call it tutorial no helmet or helmet off or whatever you want to call it, just remember what you called it. So that's for your original skin, which is tutorial skin. Now if we keep scrolling down, we'll find we get onto the new character. See here on line 282, we have a new character. Now see, sometimes it doesn't replace, that was my problem, that was my fault, sorry. Remember we called it earlier, I called it tutorial no helmet. So you need to call it whatever you called it earlier. So this is your no helmet character basically. So this refers to your model tutorial skin _no_helmet. And just scroll down again past bone definitions to where it says helmet variation. Now again we need to change it to, so we've already taken the helmet off, so this is the helmet off guy, so it's his helmet variation, this guy with the helmet on. So we called that tutorial skin, didn't we? Again, just scroll down, check that nothing else is wrong. I don't think anything will be. There's nothing else. Nope. So just save it and get rid of that. Make sure you've named it as well. Everything needs to be tutorial skin pretty much. Okay, obviously when you publish this to the workshop, as I'll show you how to do later, you need to change your thumbnail, other from my guy. Hey, what are you doing here? Jesus, go away. Other from my guy, you don't just want him, you want your guy. So I just made this in Photoshop as well. Just do it together in a few minutes. You can throw yours together, I'm sure. It's up to your own creativity, I can't help you there. So basically we're moving on to testing now, so I will fire the recording up in Space Engineers. Okay guys, so I'm back in the game, Space Engineers. As you can see, the date, well, it's not today, but 9th of July 2015. As you can see, they just released jump drives. So you can see what sort of stage we're at in the game. They're doing very, very good. Well done, Space Engineers devs. Can't wait for planets. So to test a mod, we're going to go to empty world because it's a lot quicker. Creative, obviously. Mods. And let it load. Now you can see here the folder icons. Yours is tutorial skin. So double click it and move this over to your active mod. Say okay to that. Now you need to be on offline mode, otherwise you can't really use your local mods. I'm not going to bother with any other settings, just going to go with that. Wait for it to load up. So now as you can see we are in game. I'm just going to hit G and new station. Come on, eventually just press down the station. And we can just make the platform over. I'm just going to press down that bit. And we need mid-bay. I'm going to use gravity as well, actually. So hit T, hopefully this worked. See, we have a tutorial skin. We click in, you can see we can change colour. I'm just going to go with this for now. Show them off. Tutorial skin. Now, as you can see, I actually forgot to remove the bit from this helmet. As you can see, that guy is fully working with that awesome skin. Actually, I take back what I said earlier. That is pretty awesome. It's like camera. See what it looks like in ESA red. I'm not going to give away the true ESA red. This is close enough. That's pretty cool, actually. Now, one problem I notice is his things aren't glowing. Or are they? I can't tell. Let's add down light. It's actually quite hard to tell. I may have done this wrong, but the guy should be glowing. See, like the gravity generator is glowing. The guy should be glowing, just not to the same extent. Actually, yeah, he is glowing. Okay, so good. You can see the silver bits at the bottom of his legs glowing. Those reflective strips, I should say. So that's all working. Nice. Now, go for the big test. Hit J to take his helmet off. And there we go, our very own special, very sweaty guy. That's due to the gloss maps. That should be the same, just not anything else. But you can see our fully customized skin. Big sweaty guy. With no helmet. Stick helmet back on, J. Just to prove that with helmet off, you can change colour as well. And switch back. Everything is working good. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, share, anything you need to do to help out others to be able to see this. As far as I know, this is the only DX11 tutorial out right now for texturing for Space Engineers. And I guess this would cover medieval engineers, but I'm not going into that yet. I'm just sticking with Space Engineers. thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. I'll try to get back as quick as I can. I've got comments on email, so I should pick them up within a few days. And it looks like Aaron has just posted a new video. It's like that. The video is ended here, by the way. Don't joke. That looks pretty cool. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Peace out.